Welcome to Fantasy Wizard. UEFA Champions League playoff rounds are so close. Officially for the fantasy players it's Matchday 9, and I'm here to give you some tips and advise you the best team for the upcoming fixture. Before I start any team selection, I will also make my preview and give you my predictions about playoff rounds. And before I start to picking players, please subscribe my channel and like this video because it's very important for me, while it represents only single click for you. Okay. Before we start talking about the playoff round, I must explain you two main rules which will be very useful for us before we start team selection. The first is we have unlimited budget. We have unlimited transfers, and that means no penalty for transfer. We can change the whole squad, and the budget will be 100 million for us, or maybe from 100 million to 105 million. It's depending to our team. And the main second rule is that we could pick 3 players from each team, and now we can pick 4 players from each team. So that means we can pick 4 players from Manchester City, for example, from Real Madrid, for Bayern, from Paris Saint-Germain, and meanwhile team selection. This rule will be so useful for us. Okay, let's begin to make some little preview. We have very good matchups, and start with the Brest against Paris Saint-Germain, two French team. It was obvious it will be French duel. Maybe it will be Monaco against Paris, but it is Brest against Paris. So what we got here, it's Brest, which was surprise for me in the UCL group stage, and it's Paris Saint-Germain who nearly left out from the Champions League. Paris Saint-Germain did very good transfers in the January, so they have Khoucha Kvaratskhelia right now, Georgian superstar. They sold Kolomuani to Juventus, and I think at this moment they are in a great shape. What a comeback against Manchester City, and great win against Stuttgart. Also 1 week ago they beat Brest in a away game, and we all know they are hardly favorites here, and I think Paris Saint-Germain will be in the round of 16. Next one is Manchester City against Real Madrid, and the last year's classic again here. And these teams are facing each other in every year right now. It's classic, so one of the classic, and I think the both teams right now are in the worst shape and worst condition. Real Madrid has defensive problems, we all know. No healthy player, healthy defender. Only Raul Asensio represents the healthy defender, and Manchester City has not lacked any player, if not include Rodri, and their defensive line is so weak also. And I think there is 50-50 between Manchester City and Real Madrid. Those are good teams, we all know, but they are facing big problems, also calendar problem and hard fixtures for them. So I think we will have very good matches. To both team will take their effort, and I think it's 50-50. The next one is Juventus and PSV, and I can't say here anything because PSV is not for European tournaments. They are not very good, while Juventus has not stability, and I think here is the opportunity that PSV will be in the best 16 team, but I would say it's 50-50 right now. Sporting against Borussia Dortmund, and this time Sporting just lost their diamond. I mean Ruben Amorim as a coach, and Borussia Dortmund could not find that diamond because they have coach problems right now. We all know Niko Kovac will be will coach Borussia Dortmund, and I think that guy has ability to make that team, and I think it's 40-60, and Borussia Dortmund will be favor for me, and I bet Borussia Dortmund will be in the best 16. Next one is Club Brugge against Atalanta, and we all know there are hardly favorites Atalanta, and for me, of course, Celtic Bayern, and no question marks. Bayern, I think, will be in the round of 16. The next match is Feyenoord against AC Milan, and the most important thing right now is that AC Milan has bought Jimenez from Feyenoord, and I think this time it pushes me to say AC Milan are hardly favorites right now, and I think they will be in the best 16 teams. And the last one is Monaco against Benfica, and 50-50 for me, but very little advantage for Portuguese team for me, and I think Benfica will be in the best 16 team. Let's see my team selection right now, and I have selected all my players right now. For matchday 9, it's remaining. Sorry, for matchday 10, it's remaining 1.7 million, and for matchday 9, this will be my team. I start with Gio Donnarumma, and the next one is Karnazaki from Atalanta. Paris Saint-Germain is against Brest, we all know, and Donnarumma has the good probability to have a clean sheet. And what about Karnazaki? Atalanta has a great record of clean sheets, and Karnazaki under 4.5 million is worth to pick right now. My defender players will be like this. I'll start with Cedric Kolasinac from Atalanta also, because this guy is not only good in defensive side, he's also very good and very efficient in attacking phase. He loves to score goals, he loves to join in attack, and I think Cedric Kolasinac is worth to pick. Next one is Nico Schlotterbeck from Borussia Dortmund, and I think it's good probabilities that Sporting will score against Borussia Dortmund, but at ball recoveries, no good options in defense. To be honest, it's very little options, and I don't want to risk right now. And Nico Schlotterbeck will be my player at defensive line, because this guy loves to take long balls, and maybe it will be assist, deliver assist, or ball recoveries are very good to have extra points. Next two players are from Bayern, Kim Min-jae and Dario Upamecano, and talking about ball recoveries, Kim Min-jae is one of the best right now at this, and during group stage, Kim Min-jae did very well at ball recoveries, and this guy is not in the best shape, we all know, but as a fantasy player, he is so useful, and Dario Upamecano also will be so useful, I think, and this guy is worth to pick. Last one is Hakimi from Paris Saint-Germain, and he's not only good at defensive, he's very efficient in the front, and he loves to score goals. He scored many goals in this campaign, in this season, in French league, also Ligue 1, also in the Champions League. Crucial 3 points he brought for this team, and Hakimi is the must pick, I think. My midfield line will be like this. I have Jamal Musiala. I start with Jamal Musiala, and no wonder why, because the match against Celtic just pushes me to select Jamal Musiala from Bayern, and he is worth to pick right now. Next one is double up in the midfield, Bradley Barcola and Ousmane Dembele from Paris Saint-Germain. I had some questions about Khvicha Kvaratskhelia, Georgian star, but at this moment he is not in a fantasy football, and he will be at, of course, till Tuesday, but I don't know his price, what will be. And Bradley Barcola and Ousmane Dembele are so motivated because Khvicha Kvaratskhelia is brought in Paris Saint-Germain, and I do think I have 100%, I believe 100% that 3 of them will be in the starting lineup, but at this moment, as a fantasy player, I prefer to pick Barcola and Ousmane Dembele. Both of them are so efficient and good, and against Brest, there is probability of scoring goals or deliver an assist and scoring many points. Next one is Ademola Lookman, and I think this guy will be a crucial player from Atalanta against Brugge, and I think this guy loves to score goals. And the last one is Christian Pulisic from AC Milan, and in AC Milan, I was wondering whom to pick because it's Rafa Leao, it's Jimenez, new guy, it's also Christian Pulisic, it's also Joao Felix, but those guys are not in the UCL fantasy right now. So what's the most important, that Rafa Leao, Jimenez, Joao Felix will be forwards. So Christian Pulisic is a midfielder, and also he's so good, and I think this guy will be the leader in the matchup. Maybe alongside Rafa Leao, but in the forward line we have two good competition, and I will show you. my picks are Harry Kane and Sergio Guirassy, and the last one Vinny Jr. No question marks about Harry Kane because match against Celtic is just an answer about everything, and Harry Kane will be also my captain on Wednesday game probably. But what about Sergio Guirassy and Vinny Jr.? I do think. Borussia Dortmund are little favorites against Sporting, and Sergio Guirassy, I like it. I like his price, 8 million. And Winnie Jr., the last pick, he is the big game player. We all know. Maybe not the best shape right now, but I think Vinicius has ability. In the case that Kyle Walker is not already in the Manchester City, he will be against Nunes or Akanji, I think, and Winnie Jr. has high ability to score goals or deliver an assist. Okay, in forward line we got very good competition. I had an option about Charles de Ketelare. I had an option about Retegi also. Those were cheap options. One of the cheapest option would be Sporting Victor Gyökeres, and I had also in my mind Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland because Real Madrid had the problems, and on the second stage I do think on the second floor Erling Haaland will be unstoppable, but this guy is not big game player, we all know, and who knows, maybe he fails just like he did for me against Brugge, and I don't want to pick that guy. And what about Kylian Mbappe? Maybe he's in a better shape than Winnie Jr., but I think that Vinicius has bigger ability and bigger ego to be the big game player, and I think this guy is worth to pick. This will be my final team. No, if not injuries, if not any transfer again. You can pick some of them. It's not necessary to copy, of course. What's the most important? Wish you the best, and thanks for watching. See you later. Goodbye.